Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I greatly appreciate you being here today. And as you can see in front of me, I've got a new toy. Very excited about new chainsaw. I've got the Stihl 462 CM, and very pleased to get it. Done a lot of research, watched a lot of YouTube videos on the different saws, and in the end I decided to go with the 462C. And I think, you know, the 400 is an awesome saw. The 500i is an awesome saw. But in the end, I thought that this was the best route to go for me. But before we get into it too much, I just want to say thanks to a lot of great channels that have shouted me out here recently. Genin over at 765 guys, he put a shout out on one of his videos. Jeremiah Outdoors at 608, Jacob over at Twin City Firewood, and Todd over at Todd's Outside Again. Thank you all so much for the great shout outs and getting me that extra push to try to get to 1,000 subscribers. And with that being said, I just want to welcome the new subscribers and thank you all for coming on board here lately. And I hope to continue to make good content that you'll enjoy. And I'm glad to have y'all along. So greatly appreciate that. But anyway, back to the saw. This one has the 25-inch bar on it. I didn't go with the lightweight bar just yet. It wasn't on the saw where I got it. So I'll probably use this bar for a little bit and then go with the lightweight bar. And I haven't sawed any wood yet. It's about as new as it gets. So, but I did go ahead. Once I knew that I was going to have it, went and ordered a bark box for it and some 3-point felling dogs from West Coast Saw. So that's on there and all ready to go. And I kind of wanted to put the bark box on there before I really ran it a whole lot. And then that way the M-Tronics could tune everything to the bark box and not have to relearn and recalibrate everything. So with that being said, I've ran it for about a little over 10 minutes at an idle, just to kind of let it warm up good and put a little bit of time on it and run some fuel through it. There's so many different, you know, opinions and variations about break-in on these saws. You know, if you go to Husqvarna's owner's manual website, they say run 10 tanks of gas through one. Some Stihl manuals say run 2 tanks of gas through it. But in the end, I think the big thing is just don't run it wide open throttle, unloaded, which I don't know why you would do that anyway. But, you know, and don't go out and try to start, you know, ripping and doing all kinds of crazy stuff with it. You know, run a few tanks through it. And of course, always get it up to operating temperature before you know, do anything with it. But, you know, I think that's the big key, you know, just warming it up properly, keeping good oil in it, and keeping that fuel mixture and oil mixture right. So I ran the Stihl premium synthetic 2-cycle oil, 100% gas. And then, you know, like I said, I'm going to let it warm up good and then just start making some cuts and try to run a couple tanks of gas through it just to break it in. But I'm hoping to get some time on it and take it with me up to the Hoosier Firewood Hysteria this weekend and finish breaking it in up there. So I'm sure there'll be plenty of wood to cut on up there to get it broke in. So, but yeah, like I said, very pleased to have this saw and thankful to have it. The 390 I've got, you know, that the one day I went out there and bucked up all those logs, you know, there was a lot of sawing that I done that day, and it done fine. But I know there's not too much of that saw is going to handle, and eventually I'm gonna kill that thing. So I definitely wanted to get a pro saw that could handle, you know, multiple cutting sessions and me not have to worry about killing it. And of course this one's got plenty of power, you know, to pull this big bar. So that's kind of deciding factors on some of this and the reason I wanted to go with this. But like I said, the 400, this 462, the 500i, I don't think you could go wrong with any of those saws. They're all great saws, but I kind of hit the middle ground here with this one. You know, on the size, this one being, I think, 72.2cc, and the price point. So it's kind of in that middle range. But that was kind of where I wanted to be, and that's one of the reasons I went with this saw. So let's cut up a little bit of wood over here. Like I said, I'm just going to kind of, you know, try to take it easy on it a little bit, not just, you know, bail into it and go full bore cutting. But I do want to cut up some rounds with it and just put some fuel through it. But I did put the oil mixture just a little bit heavy on these first couple tanks. No, I mean nothing extreme, but just a little bit heavier on the oil, so that way I know it's getting plenty of oil and it's gonna seat the rings in good and help through that break-in period. But I hope you stick around, and let's put this thing into some wood. All I can say is, wow. This is definitely the nicest saw I've ever ran, and it was unbelievable, the amount of power, torque, just the responsiveness. I mean, it's like, I don't know really how to describe it, which I'm sure most of y'all that have these pro saws understand, but going from that 390, which is just basically a homeowner's type large saw, to this is just, man alive, what a difference that this thing makes. Pretty unbelievable, honestly. I mean, it cut through those rounds over there like nothing, and I was just, you know, I was half throttle, burping it, quarter throttle. I mean, I wasn't even laying into it very hard, so I couldn't imagine just, you know, once this thing's broke in good and running full bore into a log, this thing's awesome. So very, very pleased so far with what it, just how it runs and just all the features it has. It's just nice. Has the, you know, the one thing I can say, it's just nice. So I can't wait to go cut a lot more logs with it, that's for sure. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. I greatly appreciate you coming along with me on this video, and look for a lot more videos with the 462C in it coming up here soon. And if you're watching this before it happens, I hope to see you at Who's Your Firewood Hysteria coming up here in just a couple days. So we'll catch you on the next one, guys. We'll see you.